Okay, so today we're looking at the GoPro Jaws Flex Clamp, and whilst I've had this some time and used it a fair bit, I just thought I'd give a kind of overview of the product and some of the tips and ideas and the kind of way that I use the product. So also we'll see whether at the end of the video I actually recommend the product or not in 2019, and we'll give it a yes or no. Love those things, but they are so annoying. Anyway, I bought them, so I just feel that I need to use them. So look, it's a premium product. It's got great versatility and it's a really handy piece of kit to have in your bag. It's got a nice rubberized kind of anti-slip finish to it. And whilst there are cheaper versions of this, it's not really probably best practice to buy something really cheap and attach a $400 or $500 camera to it. In terms of specification, it will clamp on anything from a pencil up to something like 2 inches, which is 5 centimeters. And also in addition to that, it will clamp on kind of like non-standard shapes because of the way the teeth move, but I'll show you that in a minute. So in the box then you get this Jaws clamp, which comes with the integrated buckle mount that is molded actually into the piece of kit. And it's fairly strong, and most of the kind of tension happens around this kind of centerpiece here with the really quite strong springs. And some of the cheaper versions of this I've seen fail around this point. So because, you know, this is really quite well made, I think that's a failure point, but I've not really had any problems with this actual piece of kit. So as I mentioned on the intro, it's got a nice rubber finish to it, and it's got the adjustable strap, which enables you to really tightly clamp onto things and adjust the actual jaw itself to fit what you're actually trying to clamp onto properly, rather than just getting a okay clamp. You can adjust it so it does actually kind of give a good tight snug fit, rather than just, oh, I hope that will hold. And then in addition to that, it's got these movable teeth on the front, which mean if you look at the shape that we've got there now, you can see that they would actually fit onto a kind of V-shaped thing, but also they'll close and fit on something that has parallel sides as well. And then the strap, of course, as I mentioned just now, will give you that adjustability to fit onto varying kind of diameter bits of pole, wood, anything really. Okay, so that's the jaw. So in addition to the jaw, you have what's called the gooseneck. And this is adjustable through 360 degrees. And that you just have to grip it, and you can turn the actual top for the angle that you want. And there is a kind of bend in it to get the kind of height you can use to adjust, but it's not really particularly good at doing a kind of S shape or anything like that. That's pretty much the height, but you can adjust it around the kind of 360. You can see that it's made of plastic, and it doesn't look strong, to be honest, and it's quite easy to pull these apart, but it does make a terrible noise. And the issue with that is that when you have the camera set up like so and clamped onto something, and you want to adjust the shot, if you want to turn the camera, you're going to pick up that noise. It's just one of those things, right? Basically, you can use it, of course, as a GoPro grip. Have I used it for that? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to. I've got another grip that I use, but you know, if you needed to, you could use it as a GoPro kind of grip as well. So it does have the buckle mount on both ends, I guess a male and female kind of version of that. And yeah, so that's basically the gooseneck that comes with the kit. So in terms of pros then, if you the great thing about this is because it's a standard kind of fittings for GoPro, you can use this with all the other accessories that you've got. So you're able to clamp to something like a pencil, which is very useful. It's easy to adjust, and if you want to adjust the shooting angle with a shot quite quickly, you can see here in the Spitfire footage that it's quite easy to do, but you do get the noise in the camera, but you would probably cut between these shots anyway. And of course the camera can be actually mounted directly onto the clamp itself. Now this is great because if you do have it on something that's moving, you will get vibration. So in terms of cons then, I think it just feels costly when you look at some of the others on the market. But as I said before, it is a quality product. It doesn't swivel very easily, but that's a trade-off against stability. And perhaps something like the Joby kind of fitment would have been better. The Gooseneck quality is a bit questionable. It just looks to be made of kind of cheaper plastic, and it does seem to break quite frequently. Or I've seen other people complaining that they've broken the Gooseneck. And the Gooseneck attachment, these small pieces here, they tend to snap quite easily. Although you can replace them, it's just a bit of a pain, really. And it squeaks a lot. So it's probably best to use this to clamp to static objects like benches, metalwork, wood, poles, worktops, trees, that kind of thing. And in reality, it could replace a suction cup in some instances if you can find somewhere else to use the jaw. The suction cups are great, but they don't necessarily instill a bit of confidence when you've attached it to the outside of a car and you've not used a tether or something. So you might be able to attach the jaw itself to something like the sunroof opening or something like that to give you that shot, and you would probably be a bit more comfortable with the camera clamped on with this into maybe an open sunroof than attached to the roof of the car using a suction cup. So who's this for then? I think most people that have a GoPro. It's just such a versatile device, but I guess specifically for the videographer that has shots to take in unusual places with a GoPro, it's an essential piece of kit for that person. And would I recommend it in 2019?
Yes!
So I can't say any more than that. In 2019, the GoPro Jaws Flex Clamp is recommended. It should be in your kit bag.